Hi all, welcome to day 24 of our 100 days of DevOps journey. So let's get started with our cloud journey with AWS. Okay, AWS mostly is a very compatible cloud. Okay, and for beginners it is very useful to learn about AWS. So let's get started with that. First of all, you will be needing an AWS account. Okay, I already have created mine. This is my account. So yeah, I'll be using Asia Pacific Mumbai region. Okay, Asia Pacific, this AP South one. So I'll be using this particular region, and what you can do over here is there are multiple documentation that are available. Okay, here there are credit card information is required while creating your AWS account. Some personal information is required, so hence I'm not covering that in the video session, but there are a lot of documentations in AWS. If you just search AWS free tier account creation, okay, so you can find everything. Get started with for your free tier account. This is AWS documentation. There are multiple videos on YouTube that you can find. Okay, multiple videos are available on that, so you can easily track down that, and it is very simple once you get started. Yeah, and one more thing, if you have credit card would be very beneficial over here, because I have seen sometimes, I don't know if it is fixed, but I use my credit card. There are you can use you can use debit card also, but with debit card there is there are some challenges. My friends friends and colleagues have faced the same, so I would suggest you to use credit card if you have, or you can borrow someone's, or if you are a student you can use your academic ID. There is account creation without credit card, right? I don't know if Amazon Web Services trial version without credit card, if it is possible or not. Free tier registration FAQ, why do I need to provide payment information? I don't think so. Without credit card info is I don't think there is no such thing as free AWS account. So free tier also have some restrictions. Okay, so you'll need a credit card for sure, or you can AWS academic. I think AWS academic or AWS student. So you can use this AWS student account also. I'm AWS educate. Yeah, use AWS without credit card. So if you are a student, you should have like edu.in uh, edu.in account, so you can use this particular.
Free domain, free email, and free extra month.
The next step once you get like birth year,
You need to add like it is blurred. Yeah, so I'll share this video link to you in the description, so you might find it useful. So this is educate account. You can there it is limited labs you can find, but it is also great. I'll try to create one account for myself as well for educate. So AWS educate cloud skill education, register now. So what do we have? Educate open to any individual regardless of their education data. So I think this would be a very great starting point for your learning. Simple for the students, obviously those who do not have those do not have credit card or other things. So here I'll just, this is okay. I'll pause for this. Wait a minute. Okay, email would be educate LP language English AWS Academy AWS educate. What program are you assistant? None of these as of now. None of these. You can use AWS Academy as well. AWS Academy provides like free resources for AWS certifications if you are good with that. So that is also a great option to learn. If you want to learn, there are learning learning is free, I would say. If you want materials to learn, it is free. Okay, the only cost is your efforts and dedication to search those, to go through those go through those that material, and then create a plan or something like that. Okay, so those who are charging right now for their trainings and everything, so they have spent a lot of time on time and their effort on their particular, what we can say, to gathering the knowledge, and now they are just providing you a summary, a summarize, or a well planned well planned architecture. Okay, so I would suggest you, first of all, you just go to hurry DevOps flow. Okay, English educate registration code. Okay, I have to verify my email. Just a moment. So you'll receive an email something like this. I just have to verify it, and I'm in this. Okay, email is verified. So now let's just register. Board. Now let me just go inside this. Learn cloud skills. Okay, so already have done this, right? So I am going back. So it will help you, like for students it will help you a lot to acquire the skills and other skills for cloud computing. Are you an educator? Educator tool has moved to, okay, I already have an account. Here I have to click, so let me just, yeah, so my account is verified right now and I have to set up a password over here. So yeah, I'll pause for a moment on that one. So yeah, I I'm right now in this particular portal. So you can easily use this. It does not require it does not require any what we can say credit card or anything, but yeah, it has limited access. Okay, so suppose I'll just go for like lab courses feature. I want labs. Okay, you can earn badges on this one. Earn badges, get started with security foundations and everything. So yeah, this is for anyone can use this, but if you are we are in our journey, what we'll do, there are a lot of courses that are available that provide information about AWS cloud, some trainings on there are a lot of trainings available, free as well as, in fact, if you just search, I keep recommending you free code camp. Free code camp provides free training on AWS cloud practitioner certification. AWS we have like this, which one, another certified solution associate. It might be old, but you can find free like free resources. Resources have the basics covered, but yeah, you need to check. So yeah, so here you can course stream, then so yeah, course level, everything cloud 101. So yeah, this is how this will be your dashboard. You can I I I'm not digging into it, but it is for you to explore. Okay, so you can check over here. And there is one more thing that for AWS, right now I'm just telling about AWS. I'll surely be covering GCP. GCP is one of the things that I also want to explore. I have worked on it, but not at the level of AWS. In AWS, I have worked on like so many services spanning from EC2 VPC. Then there is EC2 VPC, load balancers, Lambda function, S3 bucket, EBS volumes, EFS storage. Okay, then ECS, ECR, EKS, code build, code pipeline, code artifact, code commit. Okay, then a lot of things I have explored in EC2. There is SES, okay, KMS, key management service. Then there is what secret certificate manager, Amazon certificate manager, IAM roles, IAM also. So a ton of things, not on the whole AWS, but I have worked a lot, like this Cognito, AWS Cognito for login link up. Okay, so yeah, there are a lot of things that I have explored in AWS. In Azure, I also got a chance to work on Azure a lot. So I have worked on AKS, Kubernetes, Azure Kubernetes service, then Azure DevOps pipeline, then configuring Terraform pipelines on that. And there is this Azure repos. So DevOps suite, I almost have explored it. Azure DevOps suite. So yeah, suite. Sorry, Azure DevOps suite. So yeah, so these are some of the clouds I have explored. In GCP though, I only have worked on like account security, Google Workspace security, and like API, API. What was it? This compute engine, Google compute engine and others. So I'm very eager to explore GCP. So in our journey we'll surely be exploring that. In AWS, let's begin our journey with AWS. There are a lot of things which are already available on AWS. I wouldn't be covering I'll be covering some of the basic things that we need to do. Okay, but not all of that. So I'll be, if there is already a resource available, then I'll surely be sharing it with you so that you can try it on. Otherwise, what I'll be doing is like very crucial like how to harden your AMI. Okay, harden your AMIs. Then there is some troubleshooting skills, because most of the time in actual world you can do anything. There are tons of documents available, okay, tons of documents available. You just have to find it, read it. So consider me as a mediator for that. I'll provide you the resources, and in fact I'll try out something. If we face any particular error, then we can check on this one. There are right now I'm working in the security domain. So in security we have to continuously patch. There is continuous monitoring part, okay, CI, CD, CT, CM, like continuous integration, continuous deployment, continuous what we can say, continuous deployment, continuous testing, continuous monitoring, okay. And then we have to patch it before any exploit happens and everything. So those are the topics that I'm very eager to continue over here. So let's begin with our introduction to AWS cloud, okay. So I already have created one account. You can also create educate account, and there is AWS Academy account, okay, Academy. Here I'll just show you training and certification. Here if you want to go for any particular certifications, for those who already have achieved some kind of experience, okay, I would suggest you to go for certifications, okay. There are a lot of certifications which are available. I'll just show you. And there is demand of these certifications in the industry, okay. So we have cloud practitioner. It is a very basic level of certification, okay. Where did it go? Okay. We have this cloud practitioner. So cloud practitioner is a very basic certification. It provides you the whole overview of if you acquire this certificate, you will be like AWS card clash cost. This is the training part. Get certified. So these are the certifications that are available over here, like foundational certification, cloud practitioner, AI practitioner, okay. These two are very foundational. Then for professionals, let's discuss professional later. Then we have sysops admin, okay. Sysops admin, those who are good with system administration and other parts. So sysops admin would be a good fit for you. Then developer, those who are good with Python, Java, yeah, we'll be discussing that, how to use Amazon APIs for automation and integrate it with like an application or something. So yeah, with Python obviously. If I get some I'm also scaling up myself in JavaScript and others. So if I get comfortable with JavaScript, I'll surely be sharing those with you. Then we have solution architect associate. So solution architect for sysops admin is mostly the administration part. What is like a particular configuration and everything. However, this solution architect is basically to do the system designing part, okay, which services to use, how they will interact with each other, okay. And solution architect will provide I'm also a certified solution architect. So it is like you have to provide, like you have to do the system designing and everything. In fact, I do both of the tasks, sysops admin part and solution architect. So yeah, in the end your skills are the one that matters, okay. Your certification matters, but it will get you shortlisted for a part. If you have certification, then you might get shortlisted for the interview, but unless you have the skills, okay, unless you have the skills, you couldn't convert that interview into a job, okay. So that's why I'm keep telling that focus on your skill boost, skill enhancement and everything. If you are working in data domain, or you are planning to go for data science and others, so I would suggest you to use go for this data engineer tool. There are tons of services that are offered by AWS. There are 300 plus almost 300 plus services in AWS, okay. Last number that I was aware of is 295. I don't know, there are some other services have been added, and AWS is continuously adding upgrading its content, okay. It's service model, so you can anywhere go for this. And if you are you are comfortable with this, is for the data science part, okay, this data science and data engineering part. And if you are you are interested in developing the machine learning models and others, so this machine learning engineer associate, this would be a great fit for you. Then there is yeah, if you have 2-year certification in 2 year of prior experience. So I'm already in this particular level, okay, DevOps engineer level. I'll target for this certificate next. My solution architect certificate is already getting expired, so yeah. So this one. And machine learning specialist, we have network specialist, advanced networking specialist, okay, those who are good with networking, so go for it. There are tons of scenarios. I recently came one of the scenarios in which this there was like two companies. They both have AWS accounts, and they merged. Okay, so they merged, and what happened here is their both accounts are merged together. So they have to integrate their infrastructure. Both of them have been using VPCs, but some of the VPCs in their accounts are they use AWS organizations, which is another service to manage multiple accounts all at once under same organization. So what was the scenario over there was they are using like same CIDR. Their CIDR was overlapping. Okay, for some of the we'll know what is CIDR once we get into AWS. So their CIDR were overlapping. So such kind of in such cases, what will you do? Okay, what will you do? Both of their applications are in production, and you could not bring any of them down or migrate it for it can be done, it can be done though, but there are multiple ways to fix this issue. So we'll tackle some this kind of this kind of scenarios in our journey. So in fact, I'm here not I'm not providing some kind of training over here. Okay, it is just like I'm sharing how I have grown in my DevOps journey, so that you can have like some kind of insights. And this is also for me because I love the DevOps. I love DevOps domain. Okay, uh, to automate things, to design to architect any particular solution, solution for like different use cases, to learn about what there are. It is just like if you become a doctor. Okay, everybody is different. I'm not considering comparing myself with a doctor or a surgeon, but yeah, in DevOps field I love this, and I want to experiment, I want to grow myself, as well as help you to understand what will come up. Okay, so when you actually go for like your interviews and anything, so you have to have this kind of knowledge. Okay, if you have like some 2-3 years of experience, it is fine that you don't know everything, but you should know you should be capable enough to what we can say, capable enough to at least answer what we what are the basics, answer the questions on the depending on the basics of any particular technology. So networking is one thing. Then machine learning specialist, if you go for that, you will be, this is something that once you clear this, and it is no obligation for you have to first clear this, and then only you can go for professional or specialist. You can directly target a specialist, but it is expensive and like security, if I just say. So it is $300. Okay, and only one attempt would be provided. So I would suggest you to best prepare yourself, go through some of the what we can say, try it practically. Practical knowledge beats everything. Okay, there is you can't be a surgeon unless you have practiced like operations and other things. Okay, so that's how you can go for it. So this is for security. If I go for DevOps engineer, it has I think $250 is the price over here. Yeah, this is free exam guide. Okay, free exam guide. You can this official practice question set. AWS provides a lot of things. Okay, you just have to go in, and there is free courses also available, subscription based courses, which is available on AWS Academy. Okay, training for DevOps engineer, free training is also available. Okay, then paid classroom trainings, advanced developing on DevOps engineering on AWS. So there are white papers are in abundance. Okay, white papers are in abundance. It's just we have a lot of tools at our disposal. We just experience only teaches you how to use those tools with at optimal rate. Okay, so yeah, multi-region fundamentals. There are a lot of things that you could learn for free. Okay, so yeah, download your exam guide, technical resources. So see, everything is free over here. Okay, serverless application model, if I have to go for that, so it is just a documentation. Okay, so you can go it how it works. Okay, this serverless application model, there is what architecture, fine, standard, what was that, I'm not recalling that term. There is this well architected framework. Okay, AWS well architected framework, AWS well architected framework. Okay, so just search for it, and whichever service you want. Okay, this is asked in like AWS Solution Architect Associate. This is one of the topic where you should focus also. So this particular, so how can operational excellence, yeah, operational excellence. Okay, then security. These are the 6 pillars: reliability, high availability, performance efficiency, cost optimization, and sustainability. Okay, so these are some of the these are the 6 pillars on which you should design your any of the solution that you are looking for. Okay, so these are the basic principles and best practices. Whichever service you use, like EKS cluster, if you are deploying, just check. There are AWS also provides a documentation for a well architected EKS cluster. Okay, you can directly go on that one. So yeah, a lot of things you can see over here. We have Academy. This is my dashboard. AWS. Wait, will it work? Okay, yeah, it is for. So training and certification, we have get trained, get certified. Okay, training by topic, classroom training detail. There is find training events. So AWS partners also provide trainings on multiple different accounts, education program, okay, restart, skill center. So just go into these accounts and you will find everything that is offered by AWS. Okay, you just have to search, you just have to um, research, do your research, put some effort, and yeah, everything is available over here. So let us sign into console. Oh, this is the console. I already have. Okay, till the time it is getting started. So let's go to our AWS console. So this is how once you logged in, this is how an AWS console looks like. Right now, I'm using this root account. Okay, root account usage is discouraged. Okay, unless if you are going in enterprise, so root account access are discouraged, and there are multiple different rules because there are multiple different teams. Okay, this is for my personal. That's why I have created a root account, but I am not be using root account for myself. So what I'll be doing, very first thing, whenever you create an AWS account, just go to IAM. Okay, IAM stands for in identity and access management. Okay, identity and access management, and here you can just go into this is the, what we can say, this is your security management setup. This is your this is where you manage everything in security, not everything, but for access management part. Okay, user and access management. So suppose add multi-factor authentication, I'll surely be adding it over here. Just a moment, I'll just. Okay, so I have added this multi-factor authentication. So for whenever you use your root account, always enable multi-factor authentication on it, so that you'll keep in check. Okay, password should be strong, username, password. After some time you might not be using this, but yeah. So now we have created everything over here. So just go to IAM, this user, create a user, DevOps, IAM. Okay, or whichever name you are comfortable with. Provide access to AWS management console. Yes, so let's just say admin. Okay, this is my admin, Hari, DevOps. Specify user identity, user identity center. We can create it, but we can, for now I'm just exporting this IAM user. We'll see, we'll see this identity center. So identity center is basically like I don't know if you are Active Directory or something that you have used. So here anyway you can identity, IAM identity center. Okay, so this one you can create easily. You have to I don't know, there are this is free tier account. I think it is AWS free tier. Limits, let us say limits, yes. So free cloud computing services, AWS free tier. Okay, yeah, so this is free tier account. You should be aware of what to use, when to use. Okay, everything. Create a free tier account. It is free for 12 months, not completely free. There is some limitation, like you can, in particular, in 1 month. Okay, in 1 month you can use like only this 750 hours of CPU. Okay, 750 hours of CPU, and there are some free tier AMI, Amazon machine images. We'll see what are machine images for. So only this much can you can use. In fact, I can tell you, like let me just open calculator. So suppose you are using one CPU. Okay, one CPU, 24 hours, 24 hours, and for 30 days. Okay, so it would be 720 hours. Okay, whenever using free tier account, you should you should stop your stop or delete, whichever would be convenient for you. Stop or delete your resources once your task is done. This free tier account is usually for getting you used to for your particular what we can say AWS services. Okay, so just use it. There are certain So one CPU. If I just increase the CPU number, it will increase the cost, and once the quota has been breached, you will be charged for that. Okay, this is called the on demand. If if you remember, like in our introduction to cloud session, so this is the this is called the on demand model. Okay, you have to pay for only what you have used. So this is something like you should avoid. So there are certain things like this is for EC2 instances. Okay, Amazon EC2 S3 bucket, 5 GB of standard storage is okay. 120 get request, put request is to upload 200. You can upload 2000 objects into S3 bucket, and you can download 2000 times, 20,000 times. So this is where you should be aware of for 12 months. This database, RDS database, so Postgres, MySQL, MariaDB, SQL Server. So these are also something. AWS 1 million. This is a free tier account. Code Whisperer. Code Whisperer is you can a plugin for your VS Code or IDE plugin. Here you can see productivity tool. So it will help you to create code. Then we have OpenSearch. OpenSearch is like behind the scene. Elasticsearch is working, and if you know Elasticsearch, then SNS, simple notification service. So rather than going blindly, just check. Okay, what is your resource consumption and where you stand. So I'll just go. This is identity management. So connect your existing workforce identity source. Okay, so it is more like a single sign-on or something like that. So we will not be using it right now. Here, if you can see, so recommend that use identity center, provide console access to a person with identity center. You can centrally manage user access. So there are some single sign-on services like Okta. If in my current company we are using this Okta. Okay, Okta SSO. This single sign-on Okta. It is also a great tool. We'll just integrate it with the identity center and something. So I'll just create this one. So what will they ask you? Like they create an auto-generated password, and next I can create a custom password as well, but right now set permission boundary. Okay, add to group. Right now no groups are available. Okay, but I can create one group. So what is a group? Like what we can say? Yeah, suppose you are living in a building. Okay, so only residents of a particular building are allowed to enter. If gated society or something like that, so only residents of that particular building are allowed to freely go in and out. So that's how a group is. Okay, so we can create like here I want to create a admin user. So this is this is how IAM role this policy looks like. So effect allow, action all, resource all, star means all. So that's how it is looking right now. We can anyway we can set up some of we can set up some of the parameters like constants on that, but I'll just create one group. DevOps admins. Okay, I have created this DevOps admin with administrator access policy. It is not very, we can attach policies directly if there is some kind of ad hoc user. So we'll know how to configure IAM. IAM is like key point where you manage each and every identity, each and every user access and all that. So we'll dig deeper in IAM also. So first of all, let's just create it. The DevOps admin, we have created IAM user change password, managed user, create. Okay, I'll just stop for a moment. Okay, I have copied it, and this is the console. Okay, just a moment. Okay. So this is the account ID that I want to keep. So I'll just copy this URL. I have yeah. So for now what I'll do, so here you can see there are this account organization service quotas. So always keep an eye on this service quota. Okay, you can create service quotas like if any particular service is getting exceeded, you'll know when to stop. Okay, so always use some service quotas. We can create the dashboard here, over here. Right now no service quotas are available. Like cognito, comprehend, we have EC2. Okay, EC2 auto scaling groups. So yes, EC2 fast launch auto scaling elastic compute cloud. Elastic compute cloud, it is the full form of EC2 image builder and everything. So what I'll do, I'll just sign out from this. Okay, and so I have logged out from the root account. Since I'm using This is the URL where I have to go. Okay, so it is using my, this is not the right one. Just delete this. So this is the admin account. So IAM user. Okay, for IAM user you will be needing which account you are logging in. Okay, account ID, your username and password. Okay, old password I have to change. So just a moment, I'll just change this. Yeah, so here are we inside the console. We have changed our password, and so we can set multiple like policies in IAM, like password expiration and other things. So we'll see later on. So first of all, what we'll be doing here is, right now we are in Mumbai region, AP South 1. Okay, and I will just go inside the EC2 instance. Okay, right now there is one key pair I have created. If you know, well, first of all we'll just see. Okay, I'll just quickly go to this launch instance. Okay, suppose I have to create query web 1. Okay, this is my web server. So these are the Amazon machine images. Okay, it is like the ISO file for your images. You can create your custom ISO images also. Okay, we'll see over there. So right now I'm just selecting Ubuntu, this Ubuntu setup, and for free tier user, you should be like, make sure that you are using free tier eligible images only. Okay, so yeah, there are multiple other images, but they are all you will be charged for using those images. Okay, so this is AMI. This AMI ID is for that particular image, and this is the architecture 64-bit. Yeah, so this is the verified provider and everything. We have OpenSUSE, Red Hat, Microsoft Windows is also available. Mac OS, I think they have discontinued the server support, Mac server support. Okay, anyway, some of the current setting will be changed. I'll just go for, I have to go for Ubuntu itself. And here T2 Micro. T2 Micro is also free tier eligible. If you just go like T2 Nano, it will be charged. All of them will be charged. Okay, T2, T3 and everything. So right now only T2 Micro is the free tier eligible AMI. Okay, then key pair is required. You can create a new key pair. Like, it is just like the SSH keygen command. Okay, so here add a name, select key pair type, then what would be the private key, and create. I already have created, so I'll just use the same one here. Okay. This is the default VPC. Right now subnet preferences, there are currently 3 subnets available in AP South 1, which is the Mumbai region. Okay, there is also one more region has been created in India, AP South 2, I think. Manage region, we can enable disable regions to allow our account access. So yeah, auto assign IP. Yeah, this is public IP. Public IP is required for us to connect over the internet. Okay, right now I want this SSH enable SSH traffic. So here it is creating a security group. Security group is just like gateway. Okay, it like what should be allowed and what should be what should be blocked. So yeah, so this is the gateway. We will see in depth what are all these things mean. I'll surely be cover. So yeah, right now I just want to use this HTTP traffic also. Okay, here so for any particular OS, any particular any particular virtual machine you are starting, you need to have compute consists of CPU and memory. You need to have an ISO. Okay, you need to have a storage where the files from the packaged file from ISO would be like would be kept, so that your application would run smoothly. And network. Okay, so CPU, memory, storage and network, these are the basic things for any particular system that you are using. So yeah, so we have created this and everything. You can find the summary over here. Here also only 30 GB of general purpose SSD. Okay, general purpose SSD of this EBS is elastic block storage for like in your laptop or in your desktop you are using. So there is a particular storage, whether it be HDD or SSD, you have to provide. So only 30 GB can be considered in free tier. If you exceed this, you will be charged. If you use another another type, this is general purpose SSD. There are other optimized throughput or some other we can say. There are a lot of types. I think 4 or 5 types are available for EBS. So we'll see later on. So here you can use it. So just use this for free tier account and launch instance. It will take some time, just like our just like our VM takes some time. So here this will also take some time. So I'll just open this particular. So we have all. Okay, I have created this one earlier, but yeah, right now it is initializing. Initializing means the OS, the files from the AMI, Amazon Machine Image, which is the ISO. Files from ISO are being unzipped. Okay, there is some packages created. So right now the package is getting unzipped, right? Unzipped, and uh, every file is getting copied to the SSD that we have created. Okay, so till the time it enables, we'll just have some look on this specs. Okay, so here you can see this is the instance ID. Okay, instance ID means this is called the EC2 instance. Okay, instance, this particular virtual machine. Okay, here the terminology is EC2 instance. Then in Azure it is like Azure VM. In GCP alternative for Amazon EC2 instance. So in GCP it is called, I think, compute engine. Yeah, compute engine. Okay, so it is compute engine. So you can use this, and this is the public IP on which we will be connecting to our server, and this is the private IP. Okay, public DNS, private DNS. So you can find a lot of things over here. This is the VPC ID, auto assigned IP here. This is the subnet ID. Okay, subnet ID, and ARN, resource, what was Amazon resource ID something. ARN stands for, one minute. Yeah, Amazon resource name. Okay, so just like yesterday we have seen URI and URL. Okay, so here this is also like, this is the name over here. So this is not managed platform, you can see over here and everything. So let's just see. Status and alarms right now initializing in process. Then we have monitor. Monitor means like CPU utilization, network utilization, what are the packets, how many packets come, input output, ingress egress traffic. Then metadata, CPU credit. Okay, credit usage and all that. Then we have security group. Here you can find, like in security group, which ports are enabled right now. All ports have access, all ports. So this is the security group. Oh, outbound traffic. Yeah, outbound traffic. So it can access all the whole internet. Okay, this is the whole internet. All port range, all protocols are enabled. And here this is the inbound traffic. Inbound traffic means this port 22 is open for all sources. Port 80 is open for all sources. Okay, so that is how it is looking like. Let me refresh it. Yeah, all two checks have passed. If I just go, two checks have passed. Our EC2 instance is ready to use, and here we are. So security, there is networking part, public IP, private IP, and then public DNS, and, subnet, VPC, storage. Here this is the storage part. So what is the throughput, read write? Okay, average read, read operations, how many read operations have been happened. Tags, right now we haven't provided any tag, only name is provided. Okay, so yeah, so let's just connect to our instance. We can directly connect over here, I think. Yeah, we can directly connect over here. We have EC2 serial console, SSH client, or let me just connect using EC2 instance. Connect endpoint. I think I haven't created it. So let's just see if it will be connected or not. It is starting. Yeah, I'm inside the console. Okay, so who am I? Ubuntu. Okay, sudo -I can directly go to root account. So this is how we are right now. If you are not earlier, what was there was only Amazon machine image 2, Linux machine image 2, only that, and some Red Hat machine is allowed to access over this web console. Okay, suppose I have to connect it through my terminal. Okay, this is my terminal. If I have to connect through my terminal, so how would I do that? There are two steps that we have to follow. First of all, where we have kept our 24. Okay, here ls-al. So this is the PEM file, private key. So I have to first of all change the permission. It should be user read only or write only. User only permission that we have to provide. So user only permissions are like 400. So it is read only permission only to user. Then reweb at this. Okay, right now if we'll just check. So here, read only permission to user. Okay, and how would I connect to it? There is ssh hyphen I means identity file. Identity file, we don't want this one, we want identity file is this. And what is the username? Ubuntu. And this is the IP. So yeah, yes, I think we should be connected soon. Yeah, we are connected. Okay, we are inside this particular server. So that's how you can connect into any particular EC2 instance. We can make it more secure over the time. So for now, let's just sudo apt update -y. Everything is now up to date. And just a moment. Yeah, everything is up to date. There are some of the packages that we need to upgrade, but we'll leave it for now. And let's just go sudo apt get install apache 2 -y. So let's install apache 2. Okay, so here you can see it has triggered UFW Ubuntu firewall. We have seen mandb, this libc bin, and no container, no service need to be restarted, running kernel up to date and everything. Let us see sudo system ctl status. We have status apache 2. Apache 2. Okay, it is enabled, active. Okay, running on, where is port 80? It should be shown like port 80. Okay, that is fine. Anyhow, it is we can anyway we can check it over like etc apache 2.conf. Okay, here we have the listens. Yeah, port 80 is active. Okay, port 80 is active. So let's just see if our application is running. So this is the IP, and yeah, we are now in this. In fact, we can check the logs. Okay, tail -f where logs apache access log. Okay, so I'll just keep it like this and this. So here, suppose I have to check not found. Okay, here also you can find this particular path is not found. So this is how you can set it up. So this is all for today. It is just like how can you use, there are a lot of services that that are offered by AWS. Yes, power off. I have, oh yeah, sudo power off, and every time you use your particular resource, just make sure to close it. Okay, instances, I'll just close this one. And yeah, otherwise you will be for free tier account, make sure to like to delete or stop your resources, otherwise you will be charged for that. Okay, even though if one more thing, even though if you stop your instance, EC2 instance, you would not be charged for the compute, okay, compute resources, but you will be charged for the storage. Okay, so that is where you should keep an eye. Okay, I'll just terminate this instance. And yeah, so I'm set for this. Right now, no usage has been, yeah, no usage has been detected, so that is fine. Okay, there are multiple services. AWS services count, so over 2000, over 200 it is saying, fully featured services for wide range. Total services in AWS over 200 it is saying, but last I have seen around 295 services. They might have merged some of the services in that. Yeah, this is all for today. So let's dig deeper, and we'll be trying to explore the best practices and industry standard practices. Okay, what is done in the industry, how it is happening, what would be the efficient way. Okay, uh, I would not be teaching you like each and every services and some basic functionality, but I'll be more focused on like some use cases which are already available, and some practical use cases, like what I have done in my career path. Okay, how is the architecture is deployed, designed and deployed, okay, for any particular services. If you are interested, you can collaborate with me, like some front-end developer can create a front-end, back-end developer can create some kind of Python, Django, Node.js, Next.js, anything you want. And together, if you have some request, then you can just share it with me, and then we can connect and we can fix it. Okay, we can have some kind of scenario, any particular troubleshooting issue that you are facing. So share it on. Let's just keep growing all together, and we'll just move ahead. Okay, so yeah, thank you all. Have a nice day.